Here we are in Enfield with the Maserati Indy, and this car has also really come quite a long way. The body has been completely taken apart. It's been stripped. It's been primed to protect the stripped body, and then all of the corrosion and damage has been fixed, leaving us only a last step of minor imperfections like this. So in my earlier videos, we saw the rebuilding of the quarters, the sills, the underside of this car, the structure under the grille. Now, we're putting the body together and we're doing the final fitting. So here, we're looking at the driver's door, and Rick, you want to just show us the steps here?
What's been done here, we've done some repair plate replacement on the bottom of the door. We had to replace some of the inner structure of the door as well. There was considerable rot in it, so you can see.
So all this is new.
Where we've done replacements.
You can see.
Around
So interestingly here, you can see the weld where Rick and the guys replaced the bottom of the door. But if we swing the door shut, now we're sanding and working the metal. But if I run my hand over this, there is nothing to feel and there's nothing to see there. So this is what you want, the ability to join two pieces of metal in a way that's invisible.
They're butt welded together.
Yeah. And that is really an example of a skill that sets a restorer apart from a body shop technician, where they just replace pieces, or they do welds and cover them in filler.
This area in here was also worked and replaced with additional sheet metal patching because there was damage and corrosion.
Yeah.
What we've done now is...
these edges were repaired too, weren't they?
This is all shaped. Repaired, and as you can see, we're adding a wire in here just to do some final fitment on...
Okay, so yeah, we should just explain that, by adding a wire, we're talking about adding the thickness of a piece of wire to build in this gap. So we add metal there.
Just to bring what in Europe would have been a lot of lead work, a lot of kind of filing and fitting to get a gap that was okay.
Right, and we don't want to do that because the lead is toxic. But we can do it with welding rod more safely.
We're taking and making a proper gap that's uniform and consistent all around the vehicle.
And it's also safe.
And it's also safe.
Yes.
The yellow tape on these components right now is because these have actually come back from the chromer, and they are finished product, but we're using them because we know they're in their final shape to make sure that the shape of the door openings and the alignment of all the panels is correct. In this case, these have not been worked yet. That's why
these are the sills which are in place for fitting.
We had the back sill in place for fitting, but now you need to fit everything to the panels and to the trim so that as it goes over into the body shop, we know everything fits. So after it's all painted, when we go to put it together, we know it's all going to fit.
And there it all is. Yeah, you can see that door's a little further along, so that one's painted. And looking forward, you can see there's work in the footwell, the driver's floor. And you can see this is all it's all coming together. And this is
another area in here where from the factory you can see a depth. This was this was all lead, wasn't it? All the way up to here.
Yeah, this was all lead.
This whole A post all the way down around. That's how they set this gap. They leaded it to here. This was all leaded in. So now we're just gapping it with proper sheet metal.
And we used to put this stuff in our mouth and, and bite down on it and go fishing. And now it's like toxic, deadly stuff, and we don't use it anymore. But here we are, bringing this Indy together, and this is going to be another piece of work that will be the finest of its kind.